Alright, what's up guys? This is my second take on this. So we're coming back to the Tahoe since the last episode. So people have seen this truck has gone through a lot. And what I mean by that is that I got new tires on it, and soon after that, the freaking transmission goes out. I lose third and fourth. So it was sitting for at least a couple months, and that made me more irritated because I literally had just bought those damn tires and then I couldn't drive the truck. So I went to O'Reilly's and I bought a Power Torque transmission. I kept my old transfer case, just repacked anything that needed seals and put it on. And so far I'm 1,000 miles into this transmission and haven't had any issues with it. Since then, we have also added this diesel bumper that has these two fog light holes. The diesel bumper, I got it from a diesel truck at 2,500. And then the fog lights, I got them from this guy off of my Facebook group. He sold it to me for 120, but the fog lights I came with were crappy, so I bought some new ones. So all in all, this bumper right now is running me, this bumper set is running me around $350. But, you know, I like it. I'm still waiting for the trim from LMC. It's back ordered, but I already bought it. So once that's on, and the bump bits that are right there, it's gonna be badass. Anyways, besides that, we also added an auxiliary transmission cooler. You can see it right here. Yes, that AC condenser is brand new as well as that radiator back there, all that brand new. I figured that since I'm gonna put so much money into a new transmission, might as well add another layer of protection, which would be an auxiliary transmission cooler. Keep that transmission cool, because in the end, heat is what kills these transmissions, especially the 4L60s. So you can tell, I did change the bulbs out to LEDs. You can tell right there. It's actually really, really nice. My cousin told me that there's a harness, that made this painless install. Sure enough, there was. I bought it off of Amazon, wired it to the battery, and now we're good. Thirdly, or fourthly, wherever we're at, we also added AC to the sucker. It has everything brand new, with the exception of the evaporator, because it's a royal pain in the ass to change out. You have to take the whole dash out. Anyway, so we got a new AC compressor, and it blows 40 degrees, and the highway is amazing. Besides that, as well, we also added some drop spindles in the back, which brought it from a rake like this down to where it's at now, and I think it looks beautiful right now. Also went to Home Depot, bought some of these rubber things, and I found some mud flaps off of an old truck, kind of put it back together and traced it and cut it back out, and it looks pretty good. So I made these by hand. I personally like how they look, and they came out great, especially for $5. Can't beat that. Come on, let's go inside. This is my other truck right here. We'll be making videos about that one soon. We'll go ahead and turn it on. The idle is beautiful, 5 to 700 RPM. And then this is where I mounted my fog light switch right here. Yeah, so this is where I mounted my fog light switch. And it turns on when I need it. So I'll go show you how that looks. So there's the fog lights right there. It doesn't do it justice in video. It actually looks really fucking badass whenever it's at night, especially with the four lights on. Alright, we'll turn on the AC. So, let's see. Right now it's a little hot right now. I'll let it cool down. Let's see where it's at. I did change all the bulbs and dash to LEDs. I still have this ABS. That's my next thing to fix right there. I think it's a sensor, but it shouldn't be too hard of a fix. Besides that, the inside has been maintained pretty much the way it is. It has a crack in the dash, but honestly, I don't mind. Another previous owners managed to melt these vents, so I got some new vents, changed these guys out, and threw the old ones away. So now they're nice and they stay where they're supposed to stay and not wiggle everywhere. And that's already cooling down. I can feel that. Alright, so let me pop that hood. There we go. We'll come back inside whenever it's done cooling down. Alright, you can see I originally bought a Murray AC compressor, and I will tell you right now, do not buy that brand. The one I ended up buying was AC Delco. I had to redo the whole damn job, but it's a lot. It doesn't make this weird vibration that I had with the Murray. I think when I took the Murray off, it sounded like a bearing was gone. And then when I took the condenser off, because I was going to warranty it, I took the orifice tube out, and there's a bunch of metal in there, so the compressor grenaded itself. As you can tell, new manifold lines, new compressor, new pulleys, new accumulator, new switch, new AC condenser, and the switch, the high pressure switch, and the liquid refrigerant line down there somewhere. I got the harness for my LED lights going right there. Alright, we'll close this guy up. And I think that's it, right? I covered everything. Yeah. I've not been trying to make this very reliable daily. The next one is this guy. Stupid 5-speed went out, so I have to get a new 5-speed. But that's all it needs. Everything, it runs perfectly, engine wise. If anything, that engine has like 45 psi oil pressure, and this one has like 20. But it starts out as 40 when I first turned it on, so it might be the bearings are going out. It's an old engine. It was running when it was pulled, so I just kind of threw it in there and called it a day. But for now, the truck's coming out really badass. The next thing I gotta do is fix the ABS lights. I gotta put some tin on, and I mean that's pretty much it. Everything else, it runs fine. Oh, the rear end, the pinion. When you go from park to reverse, it clanks. And then when we go from reverse to drive, clanks this way. So I think there's some play in the pinion gears and the ring gear. So I need to find out what's going on with that. I might just throw in a true track locker and call it a day. But I can't complain. This has been a badass truck. Like I said, this is my next one right here. I want to get both of these so I can drive them whenever I want. I don't have to worry about anything. If I have to replace it with new, might as well. But that one over there has everything brand new. Just give it a quick look. This was an automatic 88, but I converted it to a manual. The engine bay is a little bit more simpler on this one. If anything, this one looks probably a little bit cleaner than the Blazer, but the Blazer is a lot less crowded. This one has a new radiator. It was supposed to be a new compressor, but it's not hooked up, so not gonna do much there. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. This will be my next truck to be focusing on. Alright guys, take care.